Alright, before we move to a new area, let's go ahead and pop into the tuning shop here. Make sure we grab our available upgrades. And again, we're just going to sit on that pile of cash that we have for now until we need to purchase something, or alternatively there is a car in one of the two areas I'm going to that is somewhat unique. And I can't remember which one is... Actually, no, I can remember which one is which now that I think about it. Which, let me just do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo here in my head and decide which car might be the next one that we're going to end up trying to race, because both of them are unique, weird, oddball cars within this game, so... Alright, Nagoya it is. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road. Nagoya is honestly my least favorite section, especially here at the beginning, because it's such a small area, as well as the fact that it is kind of boring compared to Tokyo and even Osaka, especially at the beginning. Once you get into the extra sections, which we unlock after we go through all three cities, it gets a bit more exciting because it's a lot of high-speed two-lane sections, and it's claustrophobic and everything. But rolling the story here. Gotta love that music. It sounds like something out of like a 50s World War II film. And I forgot to change the friggin' tires again. Go me. Go me. But we shouldn't need it too terribly much, because we're gonna be battling the low-end guys. Here's the first member of Team Racing Funds. These guys are racing for the funsies. I like their attitude. You guys around on this channel, you know I like racing for the funsies here in these games, you know, why not? I can't blame them. Although then again, going up against the almighty 180SX, they have no chance. It sucks to be them. Oh, what else also sucks? Driving in an area that you don't remember the best, and fog. Yeah, that's fun. It's foggy, rainy conditions. But who needs to see it anyways when you're racing a guy in a freaking piece of crap automobile? It's 160 miles an hour in the rain. Yep, no challenge at all. On to the next guy. Alright, here's our next victim, maybe? Snow Dancer. He's a wanderer. And there's our first canceled battle. So let's see if maybe we can get him to challenge us, maybe bait him a bit. No, apparently not. So we need something else. We didn't put the pieces of the puzzle together. But if I remember correctly, at least I think this is how it's done. Could be wrong. I did check the FAQ just a day or two ago, but not entirely sure on this. But supposedly the guy that we're looking for, if we go into the pit area at the bottom right hand corner of the map, that's when he comes out, in which case, well, that is not the guy we're looking for. In fact, that apparently is not a guy, that is a woman. So let's do the 180 here. 180 a shame, see if it's maybe this guy. But again, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm reading about if you want to trigger this guy, it's something about going in the pit area at the bottom right-hand corner. And nope, not it either. That's the same guy, although who knows? Maybe this time we'll give him a race. Maybe this time he will man up. But the guy we're looking for drives a. There for a second, I'm like, hey, is this gonna work? Is this it? The guy we're looking for drives a 1970, I think it is, Mustang Mach 1, which is just fun because, you know, why is there a 70s, 60s Mustang in a highway racing game set in Japan? And that's just totally awesome and totally ridiculous, and plus America and all sorts of, you know, stereotypes like that and fun, you know. But the other city, Osaka, has a guy who has a Di Tommaso Pantera. Again, another... Why does this game have a Di Tommaso Pantera in it? But it's totally glorious because it does have a Di Tommaso Pantera in this game. I mean, why? Nobody knows. I'm sure somebody knows. I'm sure there's some sort of backstory or something like that, but just freaking awesome. These guys should not pose too much of a challenge. Good thing about the alternate cities that aren't Tokyo, you know, you already got a car that's souped up here with the fact that we did Tokyo first, as well as the fact that there's only 3 teams per city early on, so you do tend to kind of... Well, actually, no, there's more than 3 teams per city, but the way it kind of plays out is a little bit different. Because rather than having 3 bosses like Tokyo did, this city actually has 2 boss teams that you basically have to pick through their rankings. Oh, the good thing about Nagoya, it is a small area, so that means that you can get to your opponent really quickly. So here is our first guy from Team Hothead. I'm just going to assume that their thing is they all drive like raving lunatics because they're a bunch of hotheads. Literally. So let's go ahead and smoke this foo and drive by the Paranoia campus. Yes, that said Paranoia campus, and I was just as confused as pretty much everybody else. But then again, there's also a building around here that has a giant bowling pin on the roof, which is apparently a real building. I think I had an MR2, I believe. But that apparently exists as well. So maybe there is a building that is the Paranoia campus. Not paranormal, mind you. Paranoia. I think they are watching me. So let's see. You know what? It's a long way to go. Woo. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have a handbrake or an e-brake, so can't really do the old handbrake turn, you know. We'll just go ahead and hop into the pit area. We don't need it for the temperatures, but you get a fresh set of opponents anyway, so. So you might as well, because we're going to have a guy coming out right in front of us. Hopefully it's not friggin' Snow Dancer again, because that would be pretty dang lame, but it's not, because it's not a S14. Instead, it's Square Lunch, who drives a square car. I don't think that's why you got the name. You know, let's use boost. More boost. More boost. More better. Alright, that's enough boost. He's gone. He's disappeared out of the mirror. This race is over. But this was really ever a race. Another thing I don't like about Nagoya, in my opinion, honestly, it has the worst music of the bunch by like 1.5 miles. Yeah, I'm sure some people like it, but it's not my cup of tea. On to the next one. Alright, here is our next victim. Nice Como Esta. As opposed to Como Esta. It's just Como Esta. I'm just going to assume that's a typo, because that makes more sense. This guy is from Real Echo. Which again, honestly, I'm not too terribly sure. So I guess next time we're in the menus or the rival list, we'll go through that and take a look at the biographies of the different teams here. Because Nagoya is honestly the city that I know the least. Because like I said, I really don't care for it. But I would like to get my hands on that Mustang. But if we don't see it, if we don't race it, then we might just save it up and put those funds towards eventually purchasing a Di Tommaso Pantera. Nice wall ride, dude. Nice wall ride. This is ridiculous. You know, this game does have a few issues. Well, he's a goner. This game does have a few issues in that sense. The wall riding is kind of a little bit out of control. Especially here in Nagoya and Osaka, where the corners tend to kind of be the 90-degree variety. Whereas Tokyo kind of has a little bit more of a flow to it. Nope, here's Snow Dancer again. No. Not even gonna bother. The wall riding is a bit effective. So let's just go ahead and hop into the pit area that's down here. I'll take a look at those team biographies. Naturally, before I forget, Hypergroove is the name of the guy we're looking for. Let's see here. He's a baseball fan. Carries megaphone and jacket. Races with a rooting song on his lips. That doesn't tell us anything at all. But let's go ahead and back out here. So, Racing Funds, a team made mostly of employees at a major department store in the city. The machine specifications are geared towards handling. Nonetheless, they make sure that all important points are addressed, and therefore they are not slow at all. Crap. They have a strong union with Genesis R and Real Echo, with whom they race together. Alright, Real Echo. A team of people from the automobile departments of a university. Since they can make a lot of time available for practice, their speed of improvement is fast, and because their racers are hand-me-downs from graduates, their customization is quite complete. However, they have the handicap of not being able to come to the course during exam periods. You race at night. What exam are you taking at night? Then again, Japanese schools. Who knows? Genesis R, this is one of the boss teams, but this team is made up of people with high social positions, such as doctors, attorneys, and aides to politicians. They overwhelm their opponents with rational driving techniques. You have been overwhelmed with rationality. Of course, their customization is quite complete thanks to their wealth. They have a sense of rivalry, but at the same time feel a kindred spirit in Sikhs. You have been overwhelmed with rationality. A group of racers who, with their passwords as 15-year-olds as a heart, so they're hotheads, display eternally useful passion on the nighttime intercanju. The exhaust, the exhaust from their cars sounds like the war cry of the soul. Okay, that's deep. They exclusively aim for speed, but they're still incredibly slow. Since they try to engage in battles all the time, some racers find them bothersome. They often race together with Sikhs and Attention. Attention! The team name is meant to be read Attention. Really? And they standardize around the wagon-type machine. The members are all pretty racy, ranging from DJs, rappers, and dancers. Okay, that's total terrible English. Although wagons are conspicuously weak, they have the skill to cover the deficiencies with the ability and tuning. They exhibit not only speed, but gorgeous racing style. I'm not even joking, like, it's difficult to read this just because of the size of the text and the way the text looks. Anyway, Sikhs, they're the boss team for the area, a team which pursues true speed as a step towards nationwide conquest. They are scouting out the strongest members from various parts of the country in order to settle a battle with Genesis R, with whom they have had a long-standing fight. But they race together and battle with rationality. Okay. As a team, they are still underdeveloped But even though they're the boss team, they're underdeveloped, but each member's abilities are very high. They have a reputation for CPU tuning. This game, it's like, you have been overwhelmed by the rational thinking. Good news is this guy is not Snow Dancer, so we'll get a race here. Miracle goal. Let's send him back to the department store. I want to know what department store do you work for that you can afford to race your car? You know, I mean. Well, then again, I guess they do all drive small little hatchbacks, so I guess maybe that's reasonable. Their team leader shows up racing in a Lotus Esprit, which, yeah, by the way, this game, if I remember correctly, does have a Lotus Esprit as well as a Lotus Europa. Again, because why? Coming in with the wall ride. And right in the back of the van. But, again, no challenge at all, even though these guys race at a high level, right? Sometimes the biographies are just as humorous as the racing. On to the next guy. Alright, here is 15 Nights from Hothead, driving that MR2, which we've raced a few MR2s, but I don't think we have the ability to purchase an MR2 yet, actually, which is kind of strange. Not that I'm particularly looking for an MR2. But just something kind of bizarre. But again, should be no challenge at all. I do like this area with the lights. Makes it look like you're going into like hyperdrive, you know? Extra sense of speed. Somebody's using their boost. Somebody's using their boost, that's for sure. Somebody's using advanced wall ride tactics. That's a quarter of your SP bar right there in one corner. And you gotta do it, otherwise you'll get left in the dust. That will do it for this guy. Keep working on that win combo. Get an extra credit. On to the next one. Here is Without Tear from Real Echo, driving the Isuzu Pizzazz. Which, again, another... Why? What? I mean, they definitely got the interesting part of the car list down with this game. Although, unfortunately, this car list here in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 doesn't have Honda in it, which is a huge, huge miss. You know, it's like, I'm not a particular, Honda guy. But, it's just like, you gotta have Hondas. I mean, it's Japanese street racing and tuning, like, no! Woo! You're gonna make me use boost? Are you gonna make me use boost? 'Cause I will boost the snot out of you. Get boosted, son. See you later, homie. Come back when you're not driving an Isuzu. Sorry to all the Isuzu owners whom I just offended, but you drive an Isuzu. Just saying. Bow before the almighty 170 mile an hour 180 SX. That we just plowed into the back of a van. On to the next one. Alright, looks like we have yet another MR2 Without Reason from Team Hothead. Again, another pastel colored MR2. Not entirely sure about that color on that car. Although I guess the gold rims does definitely offset the color nicely. So I'll give him credit on that one. We'll get way out in the front here as we pass the Paranoid campus again. And wait for him to come boosting up at like Mach 5. Well, he just smashed into something. Which means we're all good. Handling kind of a little bit floaty here, especially in the rain. Should have gone with a bigger spoiler, right? On to the next one, which better not be Snow Dancer. Yay! It's not Snow Dancer. No Way Out. Alright, another hothead guy. This time he's driving a Lexus with a giant wing on the back. Not every day you see a tuned Lexus of such size. That's for dang sure. I mean, I could see a Lexus like IS, which I guess in Japan was actually sold as the Toyota Altezza. Yeah, I can understand that because it kind of makes sense. You know, it seems reasonable, but that thing, you're gonna tune that? But hey, his money spends all the same. I'm fine with taking his credits. On to the next guy. Well, looky here, as if it isn't our old pal Snow Dancer, dancing in the snow. Is refusing to race because he's a giant chicken. I guess we'll just speed up, catch this next guy. No brakes, no brakes, no brakes. All right, there we go. Our Team Hothead member. And yet another AE86. Find freedom. Come find my taillights because I'm about to disappear. Peace out, homie. I wouldn't mind if we could beat this guy before the pit area. That way we can pop into the pit area, get a reroll of opponents. Although the pit area is right about here. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Whew. Oh, there's the team leader. At a divider in between the pit area and that right-hand corner, I've hit it so many times playing this game. Not even joking. That divider is so incredibly dangerous. We got Forever Knight here, driving another giant Lexus, although this time sans wing. Sneak on by here. Turn the turbo off because our temps are getting quite elevated. Is not going well. We need him to smash into something. 94, 97. Got no other choice but to deploy turbo. Yeah, I think he's gone unless he hits something. But you never know in this game. I've seen it before. Although, I don't think he's gonna. At least not soon enough to make it work for us as that van goes out of control almost. Yeah, our temperatures are just too dang high. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. That was quite disappointing.